Okay, so I have something that I want to give you that is going to be very, very valuable. I literally just developed it for myself as a result of watching an interview with James Wedmore on the Bigger Pockets podcast. And that was a fantastic interview, and I'll put a link to it underneath the video or somewhere around this thing so you can find it. And what I developed taking James' advice was a quarterly planning template. And the quarterly planning template it's a fairly simple thing, a simple exercise that you should be doing in your business every single quarter. First thing, set a goal. Would you go to an airport and when they say, hey, where do you want to go today, Trent? Would you go, oh, I don't know, just send me anywhere? No, nobody would do that. You always go to the airport with a destination in mind. Well, guess what? Your business is no different. If you are entering a new quarter, you better have a destination in mind. Doing just as good as we can or as best as we can or what have you isn't going to cut it, because it's not going to drive the behaviors that are, and the accountability that's necessary to get to whatever destination you decide. So thing number one is you got to have a revenue goal. Now, thing number two is you got to have an offer. Now, there's lots of people from different businesses watching this. What is an offer? Well, an offer is the thing you sell. But here's the thing. There are a couple of different attributes that make some offers substantially better than others. Number one is the offer must solve a problem that a clearly defined set of customers cares very deeply about. So if a clearly defined set of customers was people stranded on an iceberg, then an offer they would care very deeply about is a life raft. Do you think you would have any difficulty selling seats on a life raft to people stranded on an iceberg? No, I don't think you would. They would line up. So some businesses, or many businesses, obviously have recurring offers, products that they sell all the time. And that might be your offer. It might be your core product offering. But there's attribute number two, scarcity. So in the case of the life raft example, oh, my life raft only has 25 seats. Who wants them? Guess what? They're going to sell out pretty quickly. So I would suggest, to the best that you can, develop an offer for that quarter that has some element of scarcity. Maybe it's just a deadline. It's only available until, or we only have this many, and once they're all sold out, like it's gone, and we're not going to make it available again for 6 months. Don't make it available again next week, because that's really crappy scarcity. People are like, well, I'll just wait till next week. No big deal. There needs to be serious pain in missing the offer. So take those two elements and then figure out, for whatever your business is, what is a really great offer. Maybe it's a special, if you're a marketing agency, for example, you could come up with like an SEO package as an offer, or you could come up with a content repurposing package as an offer. Or if you produce podcasts, for example, for your clients, you could say, well, I'm going to do an offer for production of 6 podcast episodes. You get the idea. Come up with something. And then that leads us to number 3 of the quarterly planning checklist. And that is, you have to have a strategy for how you're going to sell it. So how are you going to get the traffic? Is it going to be ads? Is it going to be partnerships? Is it going to be affiliates? Who's going to be in charge of that? If it's affiliates and you don't have relationships yet, how are you going to build those relationships? If it's ads and you've never done any advertising before, you better be running some ad experiments beforehand, which I've talked about how I do my experiments on my Twitter profile, and it's actually pinned to the profile at the time of this recording. So I would encourage that you check that out, because it's a very smart way of doing experiments and getting really valuable data really quickly for not very much money. So have a plan. And in this SOP template, which I'm going to give you a link to here in just a minute. So I've developed all this in the Flowster software, so you have a place to take all your notes for this. Now, of course, you could do this in a Word document if you have to, but the beauty of Flowster is it makes it very interactive for other people, and Flowster will automatically run this workflow for you every 3 months, so you don't forget to do your planning before the quarter begins. All right, so that said, how do you get to it? You go to flowster.app/quarterly planning. No spaces, no hyphens, no nothing, just flowster.app/quarterly planning. If you already have a Flowster account, this template is free to add to your account. If you don't yet have a Flowster account, well, Flowster will ask you to sign up for a trial, and you can get a free trial for 7 days. And if you don't like it, then don't keep going after the 7 days. If you do like it, I would also encourage that you check out the Flowster Marketplace, where we have hundreds and hundreds of other pre-made standard operating procedure templates for all sorts of things that would make your business more efficient, grow faster, and be more profitable.